12-week workshop that we're doing. A group of us are using The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And so today we're in like week 5, week 6. We're going to do week 6 next week. But the meditation and the reflection is about abundance and worth. What are you worth? Do you have a hard time asking for a raise? Do you have a hard time pricing your services and products? Do you know your worth? That's a question. That's a question. Let's talk about your money, your relationship to money. What's your relationship to money? What's your relationship to money? What is your worth? No one is answering that question? Wow. Money is a really hard conversation to have. Thank you for your vulnerability. Let's go. Let's be honest. We're talking about money. People say they want it, but they don't want to talk about it. What is happening? Ogún, quita tu hija. We're talking about money, fam. 11:11, make a wish. Happy birthday. Let's talk about money, y'all. What is the source of your struggle? What is at the source of your struggle? Broken arrow. Mirror guardian, time to reflect. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. That is real. Enjoy growth, reap rewards. The wise one. Grow within your current situation. Stargazer. Set your sights higher. So, here's what some of us said about our relationship to money. Our response to the question, do we know our worth? I'm learning to allow spirit to work through me. I don't feel worthy at times. The Lord is still working on me. My relationship with money is extreme highs and extreme lows. I sell myself short. I am an artist, graphic designer, and I struggle with knowing how to present myself and price my work. I think too much. I am responsible enough and yet not responsible at all. Oof. Money always comes to me, but I do go through struggle. I am growing my worth, growing my skills. I am starting to pay my bills with grace. That was hard. I grew up seeing my mom struggle, but always made it work. My affirmations have been less about money and more about what money can give me. I know I am undervaluing my worth. How do you put a price and not make it a wish or act like someone is doing you a favor? Sometimes confusing, as money can help provide but cannot bring happiness. Money is needed to sustain, but nothing else. The source of my struggle is fear and lack of mindset, and lack mindset. Watching my mom struggle with money is definitely the source. How do you set worth without comparison? I like that one. I think I want to start with that one. And then we'll get into these cards that I pulled for us. How do you set worth without comparison? I think it is important for us to see the work that is being put out in the world as a gauge, right? If I'm a graphic designer and I'm working for a major corporation and I have that experience, I'm going to charge accordingly. I'm going to charge industry rates. When I depart from a corporation and I go into business for myself, I have the luxury of charging whatever I want. If I'm already leaving with a client list and I already have years of experience, I'm going to charge whatever I want because I know my worth and I know my work. And I'm not going to compare myself to anyone else doing something in a similar field because I know that no one can do what I do and no one can do it the way I do it. There could be 1 million of us doing the same kind of job, but none of them are going to deliver the way I deliver. So when thinking of your worth, think about what you offer, what you bring, what your gifts are, and charge accordingly. And charge without feeling guilt. Without feeling guilt. Guilt-free. Guilt-free. This morning in our conversation, one of the things that came up for me was surrendering all, is detaching from attachments. And so when I have surrendered my attachment to like the outcome of a thing, the blessings were so much better, were so much bigger. Surrendering and I'm not saying that I don't worry about finances, right? Because when you're an artist and you work for yourself and you are basically living off of your art, you're living off of your art and you're living off of your gifts, because that's real. Many of us are living off of what we were put here to do. What becomes really important is detaching even from that, saying, would I still be an artist and create the art that I create even if I weren't paid for it? If there was no money exchanged, would I still create art? So I'm asking you, would you still create the work that you're doing? If you weren't going to be paid for it, would you still do what it is that you were born to do? I'm asking. My answer is yes. As a writer, I would. I'm still writing. No one's reading my work. I'm still writing. I wrote my first book 10 years ago. And I have several books that have yet to be published, that I have yet to allow the world to see. A historical fiction, a second memoir, a children's book series on the Orisha. Would I still write if I were not paid? Yes. Because I understand, and I've understood for a long time, that writing is my gift. So I asked the question as I was shuffling, what is the source of our struggle? And these are the cards that I pulled. You ready? We're going to go to the first one, Broken Arrow, embracing an energy of peace. The broken arrow. Let's look. Right. The source of your struggle, right? If that's the question, let go of the need to defend yourself and prepare to offer peace. If arrows symbolize protection, right? They are our defense. An arrow protects us. The broken arrow card symbolizes peace. No longer fighting. This is a beautiful message. The source of our struggle is that we are fighting against something. We are fighting the urge. We are resisting. We are fighting with poverty. We are believing that we need to struggle, that this is our fate. Struggle and lack and poverty and worry and anger is our fate. What does it look like to not struggle? The broken arrow is saying that it's time to raise a white flag and call on peace. It's time to surrender. If something isn't working, it's time to put a stop to it. We can't keep doing the same shit over and over again, expecting a different result. If you are finding yourself struggling right now, ask yourself why you like it there. Ask yourself why. why you're staying there, what you need to pull yourself out, who you can call on, what community can you be a part of, who can you reach out to. Yes. I love that we're getting, I'm reading from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. And we have this beautiful message from the Wise One. She's beautiful, right? This elder, this elder with a lot of years. The Wise One. Knuckle down, be reliable and committed, be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. You are being called to grow within your current situation, grow beyond. So if you're struggling right now, there's a lesson for you, there's wisdom for you, there are messages for you. This is the crone, a message from the crone, the fiercest, most psychic of goddesses, because they have age and time on their side. She has been through all of life's challenges and obstacles and she's overcome. There's a raven in her hand, representing the capacity to overcome the darkness and be reborn again and again and again. This is the wisdom that this sage, wise elder is bringing us. You don't have to stay where you are. You don't have to stay there. You have all of the wisdom that you need. You have all of the information that you need. But what you are lacking is commitment. What you are lacking is commitment and reliability. You're not reliable. You are unreliable and you are uncommitted. You're committed to your struggle. You're committed to your pain. You're committed to your hurt. You're committed to your past. You are committed to staying in this mindset of lack and limitation, and that you feel like you deserve to be there. And so as long as you feel like you deserve to be there, you will fucking stay there. But the Wise One says, tap in. Tap into source. If you look back at what your elders have been through, if you look back at what your ancestors have been through, they have taught us some amazing lessons. And one of the most important ones is that they overcame. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Let's look at the stag. Señora de madrugada, pero que bien traba. Señora de madrugada. The stag, trust and thrive. So the question that I posed to the deck was, what is the source of our struggle? And our conversation is about knowing your worth. And so the stag is asking us to trust and thrive, come alive and thrive. Stand in your light, stand in your glory with grace and majesty. This is powerful, powerful medicine being delivered to us. The stag represents fertility, the beginning of something, the rebirth of something. if we're talking about the source of our struggle, it's this resistance to growing, this resistance to creating, the resistance to giving back, to serving, to trusting that you lack nothing. The stag is the epitome of strength. This is the opportunity. Like, the source of your struggle is your inability to to make a move, to stay stuck, to stay there. The stag is fierce and majestic. Trust and thrive. Look, it's very scary to shift gears and choose you. It's very scary to say, I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to end this chapter of my life and I'm going to begin this one. It's very difficult. And I shared this in this morning's conversation. No, I was talking to my best friend this morning and we talked about, it seems like common sense to choose yourself. To choose yourself, to choose your gifts. But it's scary. It might make you a little bit fucking nauseous. To say, you know what? I am done with this life and I'm going to choose me. I'm done with this project. I'm done with this job. I'm done with this relationship. I'm done with these people. I'm done with this pain. I'm done with this grief. I'm done with this blame and shame and all of it, right? And know that you were just born to shine. Our source of struggle is your inability to trust. Where is your faith? Where is your faith? You say you're spiritual, right? You say you believe. You say you trust. You say you're worthy. But when you're alone, you believe in nothing. You don't even believe in yourself. And you expect everybody else to believe in you. Why would I pay for your services if you wouldn't even fucking pay for your services? Why would I believe in your gifts if you don't? Why can I close my shop? Because I'm a badass motherfucker, yo. Because I'm a badass. I can close my La Santera store and still know that I am La Santera. And still know that I am blessed and highly favored. And still know that I am gifted. And still know that I will be provided for. That the Creator is saying, I need you to close because I want to give you something so much better. Oof. Because I'm a stag, motherfucker. I am a stag. I am a stag. Si esto no es amor. Breathe, family. Our Lady. Our Lady. Enjoy growth and reap the rewards. I love her. Look at her hair, her wrap. Look at the fruit. Right? Look at the details. Pay attention. If I'm asking the deck, what is the source of our struggle right now? And Our Lady is saying, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Reap what you have sown and enjoy the fruits of your labor. What are you worth? What are you worth? What seeds have you been planting? What practices have you been committed to? How have you been moving? How have you been growing and expanding in all areas of your life? How have you been growing? That is a question. What have you been doing to reap the rewards? Are you ready to, have you done the work to enjoy growth? Or are you just expecting it to be handed to you? Because let me tell you, ain't shit handed to you. Nothing. Nothing. The lady is the Empress. She is abundance. She is bountiful. She lacks nothing. The source of your struggle is the fact that you do not know how worthy you are. You do not know your worth. And until you know and learn and believe that you are worthy, you will not reap the rewards. You will stay in struggle. Siempre seré. Oh, they got some good salsas playing. So, those are your messages, right? These are the messages I pulled from it for myself. I'll share this with you. Just as, you know, for those of you who dabble in like tarot and oracle cards, they're a wonderful way to just receive a message for the day, for yourself, or, you know, a meditation, just direction to connect you to your true north. And here are the messages that, oh no, shit, you had one more. No, you didn't. Those are mine. So these are the cards that I pulled for myself. Ready? I pulled the Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. Move beyond limitations that have been set for you by family members, past and present. Know the energy of your spirit is more powerful than genetics and behavioral patterns. I think one of the things that I have inherited, we have inherited, is we inherited poverty. We inherited pain. And so my elders are saying that it's time for me to move beyond my ancestral patterns. What I'm feeling, the energy that I'm feeling off of this Egun, off of this elder, is that I have something that they never had. I have something that they never had, while I inherited everything from them. I have inherited everything from them, but they're giving me an opportunity to use every single tool that they possessed and every single tool that I possess. To heal a planet. To heal a universe. Sit with that. Sit with how massive that is. They're telling me, see, move beyond ancestral patterns. Yes, you inherited all this shit, but you have what it takes to break the curse. That takes an inner knowing, a knowing your worth. I don't need a store to do the work that I do. I am a healer every day, and I am healing every day. I'm moving beyond, and I'm taking them with me. I love that. I love that. The second card I picked for myself today is the Stargazer. Set your sights higher. Go beyond your limitations and believe that the impossible is possible. It's beyond crystal work and wishing on the star and moon rituals and earth rituals and fire rituals and candle rituals and trabajos and baths, and which are all powerful and mystical and amazing. There is support that the universe is providing right now that I don't have to go out searching for. I don't have to light a damn fucking thing. I could just sit like this. I could just sit like this. I could just sit like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Ooh. I know you felt it. Those of you who are connected. Felt it. Felt it. You feel it right there. The Stargazer, set your sights higher. When you know your worth, when you value who the fuck you are, you know that you are one with the universe at all times. Not part-time, not sometimes, all the fucking time. So let's see beyond our visions. Let's see beyond our dreams. Let's see beyond people's low expectations for us. Because their low expectations are the source of your fucking struggle. Because you're too busy wanting to fucking make them happy. Waiting for them to give you validation. Waiting for them to like you. Waiting for them to like your fucking post. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? That shit ain't real. This is real. This is real. There are bigger dreams, bigger visions, bigger things out there. Bigger things. This thing, even the thing you're wishing for right now, the thing that you're praying for, lighting candles for, praying under the moon, chanting, you know. There's so much more that the universe wants to give you. What you're asking for is a fucking speck. Why can I close La Santera? Because the universe wants to give me a kingdom. You heard? I can close my shop because the universe wants to give me a fucking kingdom. The universe wants to give me the universe. What does that mean? Unlimited. Unlimited resources, unlimited opportunities. We're not accepting scraps. We not accepting crumbs. We are feasting at a fucking banquet being prepared for us. Stargazer. Ache, I received that. Let me give you this extended message. Ready? So the Stargazer, let me read this to you. Do you ever remember wishing on a star when you were a child and in your innocence believing that your wish would come true? The Stargazer connects with the energy of the cosmos and reminds you that you have the ability to draw in support from the universe. His cloak, with its sparkles and light, shows that you are closer to the energy of the universe than you think. And you don't have to go out looking for it because it's already there. Look beyond where you are and create even bigger dreams, bigger visions, bigger goals. Because with the power and help of the cosmos, those wishes can and will come true. And so it is. It has been written. And the extended message for some of you who need it, you are on the verge of a miracle. All of your dreams and aspirations are within your grasp. You are being guided to focus on your vision. The angels who are with you are encouraging you. There is nothing that you cannot have or achieve. There is an opportunity at this time to heal old wounds or patterns of lack and not feeling good enough In the past, you've often found it impossible to recognize your worth and to believe that you are deserving of blessings. Angels and ancestor wisdom is reminding you that you are an incredible and infinite spark of the universe, and the universe is not only within you, it absolutely adores you. You are talented, you are filled with strength, and you have abilities you need to turn your wildest dreams into reality. Ache. Ache. A major shift is coming. A major shift is coming. I know some of you feel it, and I know some of you want so badly to feel it. You gotta do the work, yo. I've been doing the motherfucking work, son. 30 years in this healing game. Still going. Thank you for those of you buying badges. That's very sweet. Eagle. The eagle. See from a higher perspective. Look at things from a different angle. Fly higher and see new possibilities. In animal medicine, both Native American and Celtic, the eagle draws their power and strength from the sun. They are powerful, strong, and courageous guide, able to see for miles. They approach all things with intelligence, grace, and poise, and have the capacity to make a plan from a higher place before putting it into action. When the eagle card appears in a reading, it shows that you have the real ability to take things higher and move beyond the limitations of your ego and your selfish desires. I look cute today. I love that. I love that message for us. Some of y'all need a fucking plan, yo. The source of your struggle is your inability to commit, your inability to organize, your inability to plan, your inability to execute, your inability to adjust the plan. Some of you are so rigid and so dead set on it has to be this way and really believing that you're somehow in control. That's the lie. That's the source of your struggle. That you believe you somehow control this shit. When there is a creator, a source, a force that controls all of it. I love that, Doris. That's beautiful. Family, ask me anything. I literally have a few minutes before I go to a graduation party. It's graduation season. I am going to celebrate a very dear friend who got her PhD, who I'm super proud of. Ask me anything. Put it in the question box. Yes, my love, you can still buy from the store. Yes, we are closing shop. Massive sale. Yes. Thank you. I feel good. You know, the truth is, there was a lot of fear in, yes, get all your goods. And I'm going to be updating the inventory. I'm going to be flying to Florida to my storage that has my products. So I'll do a live from there so y'all see what I have left in the store. But if I'm being honest, there was absolutely some fear in closing that chapter, deciding, okay, I'm going to close the store. This is not where I need to be right now. My energy needs to be trusting that the spirit world is saying, Alicia, let us lead you. Let us lead you. Don't worry about this. You've done great work. We've loved everything that you've created, but we want to give you something new. And I think that's one of my greatest gifts, is my ability to listen and allow myself to be led, you know? Question: would moving to New Jersey be the best option for my success? Let's look at that question for a moment. Where you've been living, are you feeling stuck? Where you've been living, do you feel like you have joy? Do you feel like you're growing, or are you stagnant? Do you feel like it's positive vibes all around, or toxicity at every fucking turn? I will say what one of the responses when I divine with my orisha say, lo que se sabe no se pregunta. What you know, you never ask. You never release from it. There's a reason why I do not ask a lot of questions of my orisha. I do not bring them all of my woes, all of my problems, because I do not wake them up for the bullshit. I wake them up for mad serious life questions. And by serious life questions, I mean health related. And helping me make an urgent decision, like a quick decision. Because I have asked my Orisha about moving. Absolutely. Maybe not from New York to New Jersey, but certainly from the United States to the Dominican Republic. And for me, I wouldn't ask them about moving from one city to the next city, because I know they're going to say, we rolling with you, we rocking with you. Wherever you feel like you need to be, you have our blessing. But what I needed confirmation of was, is this the right time to move across the sea? You know, that was a very major. And that way I asked. So my answer to you is, lo que se sabe no se pregunta. You know what you're supposed to do. The answer is yes. Be fucking out. Be out. You're always pulling yourself back. You're pulling yourself back. There is comfort in that toxicity. The poison in our lives sometimes is very comfortable. We love it here, even when we hate it here. We fucking love it because it's familiar, it's safe, it's what we've always known. We don't know how to live richly and abundantly and majestically, because we've always been taught that we're everything but that we are not worthy. But when you know your worth, you know you have a seat on that fucking throne, and that banquet is being prepared, that feast is being prepared in your honor. Okay, I'm going to get to your question because that's a really important one. I'm going to get to that. Oof. I am in Holland now, but still can't feel the connection with this country. Any advice? Oof. Baby. Wow. Are there people of color in Holland? Because, baby, you need community. Are there people of color? Are there black people in Holland? I don't know. I can't, I don't pretend to know what's happening around the world. Are there black people in Holland? Are there brown people in Holland? There are. Okay. So we need to hit some events. Some events. Maybe we need to find a spiritual community. Oof, that's hard. I felt it in my stomach. But you need community. You need community. And I think that until you find community, you're going to feel very disconnected. Listen. I don't want to generalize, but if they're Dominican in Holland, I don't know, fam. I'm sorry. I don't know. So I got a lot of personal feelings about Dominicans in Holland, just as I do Dominicans in Spain, Dominicans in Germany. Like, why Holland? That's a whole nother side conversation. But what I'm feeling is that you are needing a spiritual and artistic community. That's something very different. It's not enough to have a Dominican restaurant in Holland where you can get arroz con pollo. That's not what we're saying. You need to be spiritually fed. And until you finding yourself spiritually fed, you're going to feel very lonely and very isolated. Holland is very white. Holland is very white. And so create a meetup group in Holland. Create a meetup group. Create a group with the exact thing you're searching for. What is it that you do for a living? Who is it? What are the like-minded folks you'd like to create? And just post it, because I promise you that if you're feeling that way, there are many people feeling that way too. And they are looking for you, just as you are looking for them. That shit ain't easy, yo. I wouldn't say that you're not supposed to be there, because we could say the same shit for me being in DR right now, even though I'm Dominican. There's a lot of fucked up shit happening in DR right now. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of corruption. There are a lot of deaths. There's a lot of femicide. There's a lot of abuse. And I'm very sensitive to that. So we could where's utopia? Where's this perfect place for us to be? I think what we're being called to do is create sanctuary within ourselves. We could feel, how do I connect to my Egun in a very white space? I remember all the time that I'm Black. I remember all the time that my ancestors are with me. I remember all the time. And if I'm home alone, I'm cooking for me, for them, for us. And at least I got them. And I'm not a big fan of hanging out. I'm really not the person to be hanging out in the streets. I don't really like it. It's not me. I used to be the life of the party. I was very much a Leo. Very much in the mix. No, not today. 50-year-old me. Choose quality over quantity every day, all day. But let me get to this question that you asked, Kayla, about the eleques and how to work with them, the ones that are sold in the La Santera store. And the only beads that I have, the only eleques and collares that are like these. Here's the difference between these and the ones in the store. These have all eaten with my Orisha. These I received when I was initiated and crowned a Santera. These are blessed. These are always blessed. And these were handmade by Leo, every one of them. One bead at a time. The beads in the La Santera store, I've blessed. But they're blessed not with the Orisha, not eating with the Orishas. And for those of you who understand what I mean when I say they eat with the Orisha, For those who know, you know. And so they're blessed. They're blessed by me, and they're blessed with coconut water, agua florida, fresh water, cascarilla. They're blessed with my ashe, my breath. They're prayed over. You can wear those eleques. You can place them in sacred places. You can keep them on your altars. You can carry them in your pocket. They're blessed by a Santera. Not the same as receiving eleques. Those of you who are part of my very sacred spiritual community have received an email. You received it last night about a ritual. That ritual and what it entails, receiving your eleques. When I received my eleques, the collares, they were 4. Because this is a wonderful conversation, because there are motherfuckers on here who will tell you they can give you eleques via Zoom. No, they can't. We can give you eleques via Skype. No, they can't. We can give you your eleques via mail. No, they can't. The only way that you can actually receive the collares is santeros placing them on you, on your neck, on your body. And not just that, that ceremony requires a misa espiritual, it requires a rogación de cabeza. Those beads are handmade for you. They eat, they are blessed, and they are a medio asiento to priesthood. That's your entrance into the religion. So, yeah, that's my response. So how can you use the ones that I sell? I've blessed them. But that does not mean that you are initiated in ceremony, because the only way to be initiated in ceremony would be to formally have received them from me, from my hands in person, or another priest. Yes? And I'm very excited. I'm very excited about what's next for me, because I am stepping into myself in very real ways. Will you be doing future ceremonies like what you're doing now? I'm coming to DR next year for a wedding. Send me a private email and I'll respond. It feels so hard to find spiritual community genuinely here in California without the Hollywood Instagram spin. Yeah, I'm with you, LA Black Girl Magic, which is why I'm the spiritual thing in this space. Here's what I want you to know, because I have 1 minute and then this live is going to end. If you want to be a part of my spiritual community, it is your responsibility and your job to connect with me and find me. And I have mad ways to do that. Emails that you can be sending me, subscribing to my YouTube, subscribing to my newsletter, because my presence in this space is going to be very limited, because I can't. The energy is not what I need, not what I want. I love y'all. And yeah, we'll talk about private readings. Email me. I love you. I'm out. Let's close on that note. I love you.